Thank you so much for sticking with us here on NBC 23. Now joining me is Tom Castañeda, and we're here to talk about something very important. We've been bringing it to you all week long, and we're talking about Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. But I know that there's a certain focus that you guys are pushing for this week.
That's right. So it is Chalk the Walk time at South Texas Health System Behavioral, and it is our annual event. It's an initiative that we have that is really meant at raising awareness for suicide prevention in the Rio Grande Valley. So what we do is ask community members to chalk up their driveways, their sidewalks. If you're a business, you can chalk up your business, the front of your business, and with messages of hope and inspiration, because when it comes to suicide prevention, we all have an important role to play. And that is an image that you just saw of the neighborhood in it's Kiwi Avenue in North McAllen. Samantha Barnett with STHS, she's one of our physician recruiters. Her neighbors, all the kids, wrote that message of hope and inspiration in their own neighborhood. That's our first one that we received. But this is our event that happens every year at STHS Behavioral. And as you can see, we chalk up the entire parking lot with messages of hope and inspiration. And we want it to be a valley-wide initiative. We want everyone to make sure that the community knows that if you are struggling, you are not alone. And chalk art is such an incredible way to do that. It doesn't really cause any damage to property. It washes away if there's rain, but at least you can see those beautiful bright colors with messages of hope and inspiration. And
I like that you said that, the message, you know, and also the beautiful bright colors. I think it's very important for folks to go out there and be involved of this, you know, and I know that there is a stigma out there, and perhaps getting over that hurdle. And like you said, it takes a village, it takes a team and a community in order to be able to spread awareness when it comes to an issue and something that's part of our communities. I really like that you said that there's children and like younger generations, you know, involved. We've been talking about how suicide is the second leading cause of death in teenagers here in Texas. Why is it important that our young ones get out there and bring some chalk that they can easily get from Dollar Tree?
Well, the great thing about this initiative is that it is beneficial to those people who may be struggling. So you see a message like "you matter" and you realize that you are not alone, but also for the person who is doing the chalk art. So for the last couple of years, Texas Regional Bank has assisted us with this. They've done it at their own branches, and they brought out their employees and set aside time. Instead of having their meeting, they set aside time to do chalk art, and they found it so therapeutic, and it opened up lines of communication. And that's what it's all about, is having open and honest conversations with your colleagues, with your family, with your friends, and really understanding that suicide impacts us all, and no, it does not discriminate. Everyone is at risk, and so we want to make sure that the community knows you are not alone. And so chalk art is really a great way to do that.
Definitely opening up those conversations, Tom. And I know that you do have other events coming up this month. Anything that you wanted to leave with us or highlight?
Yeah, so we invite the entire community to submit their chalk art submissions this week. We are going to be getting those messages, those photos, and we're going to blow them up onto posters along our walk of remembrance that we do around the STHS Behavioral Campus. So you will see your chalk art. Hopefully, we're also sharing it on our social media accounts. So we will tag you and share those images. And then we invite you to come out on Saturday, September 13th from 9 to 11 a.m. That's going to be at STHS Behavioral. And it really is an incredible, really inspirational event where you'll get to really be together as a community. We're putting the unity in community when we have this event.
Amen to that. And if the Valley wants to go ahead and tag you guys, what socials can they tag you
So
to?
they can tag us at STX Health System on Instagram. You can find us at Facebook at South Texas Health System.
Tom, staying together and being a community and unity, especially when it comes to an issue like this.